Today, we're going to listen to our story, Kites in Flight, again. This time, instead of my asking questions throughout the story, I'm going to wait to the end and I'm going to ask you questions about what we've read. Make sure you have your listening ears on and put them on really good because we need to be good listeners because you don't know what questions I'm going to ask. So you have to listen to everything that you heard and remember it. Are you ready? Are your listening ears on?
Kites in flight. What different shaped kites do you see around you? Go anywhere in the world on a windy day, and you might see kites floating high in the sky. People have been flying kites for many years. Some people fly kites for fun. Other people fly kites to celebrate special holidays. Even scientists fly kites. They use kites to learn more about nature and changes in weather. Kites can be different shapes. Some kites are shaped like squares or circles. Others are shaped like rectangles. There are even kites shaped like animals. Kites are often very colorful. Sometimes people paint pictures on their kites. Every year, there is a big kite festival in Washington State. Kite flyers from all over the world bring their kites to this special event. There are contests to see which kites are the most beautiful, and other contests to see which kites make the most amazing movements in the sky.
I heard two of our vocabulary words for this week in there. I heard nature and I heard wild. Let's keep reading and find out what other ones we hear.
Kite flying is a popular activity in India, especially during different festivals throughout the year. People fly their kites from rooftops or in open fields. In India, many of the kites are shaped like diamonds and are very colorful. Some kites are made from materials such as bamboo, which is a type of grass that grows in India. These kites are then covered with a very thin paper. This makes the kite very light and easy to fly. Many people in India play games together with their kites as the kites float in the air. You win the game if you keep your kite up in the air the longest. Every year, children in India have fun playing games with their kites.
I heard two vocabulary words there too. I heard materials, which is what they make the kites out of, and I heard games, which are things that you play together and have fun with, but we have rules we have to follow. Let's keep reading.
Many people believe that the first kite was made in China thousands of years ago. Today, people in China still enjoy flying kites. Some kites are simple, while others have many parts and details. Kite flyers can use a flat kite. A flat kite is made of simple shapes, such as two flat squares. These kites are very colorful. People decorate these kites with designs showing important scenes in Chinese history. Other kites in China look like bugs, such as butterflies and dragonflies, which have wings. Some kites are even shaped like fish or birds. Many kites in China are made from bamboo and covered with silk, a thin, smooth material. People paint pictures on the silk to add decoration to their kites.
Did you hear that vocabulary word right at the end? It said decoration. Remember, I'm going to be asking questions at the end of this.
In South America, the country of Brazil has a long history of kite flying. People fly kites that look like spinning tops. The kites are very colorful and are used in games. These kites usually have 5 sides with a rectangle on the bottom and a triangle on top. Can you count the 5 sides on the kite in the picture? People in Brazil make their own kites at home. They use wood to make the frame and thin tissue paper to make the kite. Some people paint the flag of Brazil on their kites. Others even add pictures of one of the country's soccer teams. You can see that people all around the world enjoy flying kites. Kites can be many shapes, colors, and sizes. Which kite is your favorite?
So I have two questions for you now about the kite story we listened to today. How do people in China put a decoration on a silk kite? It's so smooth and thin. How do they decorate it? They paint it on using paint, remember? In Brazil, children play games with kites that usually have a rectangle with a different shape on top. What is the shape that's usually on top of the rectangle of the triangle? There's usually a rectangle and a triangle on the kite, is it though? I kind of goofed and told you the answer to that one. Very good listening today.